Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life.
I am so excited to introduce one of my best friends on the planet. She hails from Oceanside, California. I have known her for over 20 years, and she has always had a dog, cat, or more in her life, and she does know the power of the paw. She is 98 years old. Please give pause and applause to the remarkable Flo Frum.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you think, Flo? You finally made it to my radio show.
I'm all excited.
Are you all ears?
I'm here.
Is your tail a wagon?
Well, not quite yet. I'm sitting on it. I'm sitting on it. I'm holding these two tails here so they don't get...
And here, for those that get the YouTube channel, we need to introduce the two babies you got here.
This is the mother. Her name is Taylor. This is her baby. His name is Tiny.
And they're miniature schnauzers, but I got to tell you, Flo, they're the quietest schnauzers I've ever met.
They're perfect dogs. I have had dogs all my life. But it's true. These dogs are the best dogs anybody could ever have and enjoy.
Well, let's go back to childhood. You're from Pittsfield, Massachusetts?
Exactly.
Is that the home of baseball?
I don't know.
That's what you used to tell me.
Well, I don't remember what I used to tell. What I used to tell some 20-some-odd years ago. But it could be.
Yeah.
I think it is.
But growing up, did you have pets?
We did. But I tell you, growing up, pets weren't quite like they are today.
Exactly.
And they weren't treated quite like we treated them today. It wasn't the same.
Right, but we have come a long way, haven't
yes.
we, with our pets?
Yes.
They've gone from the outside, the barn, to the bedroom.
Exactly. They are with me all the time.
So what is it about pets that you think have helped contribute you to be 98 years young?
They give me something to hold and love. And I love these dogs. I brag about them all the time.
Yeah, that's okay. You can brag today. We got some people that need to hear. What is something worth bragging about Taylor and Tiny?
Well, you can tell them don't do something once and they don't do it again.
More like than our kids do.
They pay attention. What? Yeah.
Better than our kids.
Oh my gosh, they're so much better than us kids. But they just mind, and they're very, very loving. They want to love you all the time. And they want to be with you. They don't want to be outside. They want to be with you.
They're cuddle mates, aren't they?
Oh, are they ever?
Well, I understand. I want you to tell a little bit about how Taylor came into your life. And I know the story because I was there when Tiny was born, but why miniature schnauzers, and how did you end up adopting Taylor?
Well, Taylor was sold to my friend first.
Okay.
And
so she's a purebred.
She's a purebred.
Taylor. How come Taylor is a very petite girl, right? That's her son, Tiny, right?
Yes.
How did Tiny get the name? Because for all our YouTubers out there, Tiny doesn't look so tiny compared to his mama.
He weighed less than 3 ounces when he was born.
Whoa.
And when I was there and helped him out of the womb. And when that little dog was in my hands, I kissed him. And I prayed, God, let this little boy live. And I prayed for him many, many times. I would hold him and just pray, please let this little boy live.
He was the runt of the litter, wasn't he?
Yes, he was the runt. And he was so tiny. But you know, when he was with the litter, he was the only one with a spirit. He ruled them all.
So why miniature schnauzers?
Well, my brother had schnauzers, and I thought schnauzers were an excellent dog to have. They don't shed, and they can be in a home without leaving tracks all over. And I just absolutely love them. They're
But they
tailored.
normally have reputations for being kind of...
They aren't. These two aren't.
No, they're kind of an unusual type of
Well,
miniature.
They bark when
With a purpose.
anybody comes, and when my knitting group comes, they greet them. They go behind that chair, and you wouldn't even know there was a dog at the house. and they don't bark when they leave. They
That's
don't
good.
ever make another sound while they're here.
You did have a dog prior to this, also a miniature schnauzer who I adored, Buddy. And what was Buddy's nickname? Barker.
Barker.
Yeah, Buddy Barker. Barky Buddy.
He did bark a lot. He really did. But I think these dogs were trained differently. I can't explain these dogs. I've had dogs all my life.
Yeah.
And these are the best dogs. They mind what I tell them to do.
So you waited a whole lifetime to get a double dose of good, huh?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
But Buddy Barky was a very outgoing miniature schnauzer.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about his personality.
He was all boy. He was all boy. No question about it.
Yeah.
But he was also loving.
Hey, everybody. We're going to talk more with Flo Frum and her lifelong love of dogs after we take this break. You know the drill. Sit and stay. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life Show. This is so special to me. I have known the fabulous Flo Frum for more than 20 years. I used to live in Oceanside, California. I live in Dallas now. And she was across the street neighbor. And we became fast friends, right?
Yes.
And she taught me how to play Skip-Bo, the card game.
Yes.
We solved all the world's problems playing Skip-Bo. And at the time, I had a husky mix named Chipper and a little small dog named Cleo. And they would get together with your dog, Buddy, and they would hang out under the table in the dining room, right?
They were wonderful. I loved them. I liked Skipper. See, I love Skipper. Skipper was a beautiful.
Chipper.
Well, Skipper or Chipper.
Well, yeah. What did you like about Chipper?
Oh, such a loving dog.
She shed a lot.
I didn't care. She wasn't my dog. I didn't have to clean up.
But she was a tall, husky golden retriever mix who had eyes for a Buddy Barky. They were like buds, weren't they?
Yep, they were. They were beautiful together. And I loved her. She never bothered me.
At one point in your life, didn't you have a Great Dane?
I did.
Oh, my gosh.
I did as a teenager. I'll never forget it. My aunt brought this Great Dane home, and she slept with me.
Oh, did she take over the whole bed?
She took over. Well, I was little in those days, but she slept with me, and she was so darling. I just loved her. And when my aunt had an opportunity, she got pretty big.
Oh, okay.
And in those days, your dog could be out in the yard, the sidewalk, and the neighbors complained because when she wagged her legs, her tail, she hit their legs and bruised them. Her tail was hard.
For you radio guys, here's the sound.
Yeah.
There you go.
But she was a beautiful dog.
Now, many people tuning in, you know, they want to know, you got to have a plan in case your pets outlive you. Why is that important for you with Tyler and Tiny?
Taylor and Tiny.
Taylor
I want them to have a loving home, and I don't want them to be pushed from one house to the other. And I have a dear friend that is going to take them.
The point is, we all have to have some kind of pet planning, don't you think?
Absolutely. And she is going to take the two doggies.
So you're 98. What's that mean to you?
Well, I'm shocked because honest to Pete, I'm the only one in my family that lives this long, has
Wow.
lived this long. I'd like to be 100.
And how do you take care of yourself at 98? And this is something we all can relate to. Pinot Grigio. Tell us about that magic elixir.
I have a lot of pain. I have a spinal injury, and I have a left leg that is very painful. It's bone on bone. And I can take Tylenol till the bottle's empty, and it doesn't last, don't last an hour. So I have always liked white wine. So I suggested to my friend to get some wine, and I started drinking a glass for lunch. And I will admit, sometimes I sneak a little more for supper.
Okay, but how does that Pinot Grigio make you feel?
Wonderful.
Okay.
And the pain goes away. I don't even have the pain. I can go to bed without any pain. This is what amazes me. Why is it?
Well, I think we need to toast to dogs and
Wine.
to Pinot into wine. What do you think?
I think so. The shots don't work, but the wine does.
Now, people want to know, you were married almost 60 years to Frank Frum. Tell us a little bit about Frank and the Navy and the chance to get to go to different countries.
Frank was a boatswain's mate.
A bosun mate.
And a
That
boatswain's
sounds so
mate
fun.
is
What is
usually at sea.
Oh, okay.
And they usually have sea duty. And he was chosen to go to these different places.
Wow.
And
Such as where?
Well, we went to Japan.
Japan?
We went to Turkey.
Turkey?
We went to Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Hawaii.
And we had a wonderful life in the Navy.
Yeah. How many years was he in?
20.
Wow. And I know Frank. I loved Frank. He taught me how to putt in golf.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did he?
Yes, he was a good golfer. Come here, Taylor. Taylor goes, I'm going to hang out here. So, Turkey. Here you are, a wife of a Navy guy. And, folks, she was blonde and blue-eyed. You did not look Turkish.
No, not at all.
So you, though, did something special. What did you want to do? You didn't just speak English, did you?
I wanted to learn enough Turkish that I could talk to the people.
Very nice.
And I did learn, and I had some wonderful Turkish friends. And when we left to go home, they met us. We had to take the train up to Istanbul. And there were so many Turks saying goodbye to us.
Oh, great job.
And I felt so, in a way, I was really sad to be leaving, but we had some
but
wonderful.
You made friends.
We did. Yes, we did make friends.
Now, let's say, how old were you? Probably in your 30s or 40s?
I was in my 30s.
Okay. So you're now back in the United States. Years later, you're on a cruise ship with your friend Judy, and didn't the guy taking care of you at the table was Turkish?
He was a Turkish waiter, yes.
Yeah, tell us about that.
And I said,
look this way. Look, you got to look this way.
And he talked back to me.
You got to look that way. Okay, sorry.
He talked.
You said what?
I said, Merhaba efendim, which is hello, sir, our friend. And he answered me back, and he was so excited. I think he really looked forward to waiting on us because I would talk to him a little bit.
And what do you think about that part of your brain that locks in a new language, and you just picked it right up?
I could not. I think you can learn a language if you really have the desire.
Okay.
And the love to do it. And I loved being with the Turks. And I loved every place we lived.
Well, all I can say for everybody from Turkey to Japan to here in the United States, we are all lucky to know Flo.
Well, I'm lucky to know all the people I've known in the United States. So I'm very happy.
Well, I miss you living in Dallas, but I am so happy to be here today and to show the world the fabulous Flo Frum.
I'm so happy to have you because I love you too.
I love you very much. Hey, everybody, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have Amy Sheaver on, and she's with Second Chance for Pets, and she's going to tell us a little bit of how to do some planning for our pets should they outlive us. So sit, stay, we'll be right back.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life. Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content. Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life.